Now, if you're a kid in Utah, you are about to start hating your life. And I say that because there are these new social media laws that are being passed there. Starting in March of 2024, platforms must give parents in Utah control over their kids' social media accounts. Now, they will require parental consent for minors to use social media. And this is from Spencer Cox, who is the governor of Utah, signed this into law. And it's two different pieces of legislation that force social media networks to verify the age of Utah residents who create a profile and obtain parental consent for anyone under the age of 18. Now, services with over 10 million users must follow a new slew of rules, including granting guardians permission to view all posts and messages on their kids' accounts and creating a default digital curfew between 10:30 p.m. and 6:30 a.m. And that's local time, and parents will be able to turn that off as well. Now, these laws, HB 311 and SB 152, also ban direct messaging of certain accounts surfacing minors' profiles and search results, displaying advertising, collecting, or using personal information, and targeting or suggesting ads or content. When the laws kick into effect next year, folks will be able to start suing social media companies over damages incurred by Utah's new laws for anything along the lines of addiction, financial, physical, or emotional harm suffered as a consequence of using the platform, which is a lot. Now, there's a lot happening here for under 18 when, depending on how your parents want to handle this, and up to the parents here at least, that's a lot of privacy that your kid has to give up to use these platforms. And if they're not using these platforms, that could be a big deal in terms of just relationships, friends, and how their kid interacts with other kids. And as technology is growing, kids younger and younger are getting it and using it more and more. And so if you start getting rid of it for those kids, that's going to be a big deal. Also, another question to ask here is just is if we continue to ban this for minors, is that going to hinder how fast technology evolves or how quickly things are able to take off, like how quickly they can learn technology? Because if they're not able to use it when it's restricted like this, I mean, again, if your parents decide, that could be a big hindrance to them learning and understanding how to handle these platforms correctly. On the other hand, I do think that some of these probably should have been applied just broadly. Uh, Being able to sue, or not be able to sue, but if they could make it so that they just limited, how do they display advertising, collecting, and using personal information just for everybody, that would have been great. And I think they could have skipped the rest of these laws probably. And I think while this might protect some things, I think overall, socially for these kids, if you are the parent that doesn't give them access and other parents do, I think that's going to hurt the kid more than if you just gave them access because they're going to be the ones left out. They're going to be the ones without it. I think that'll be a bigger differential than not letting them use it. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, another one we have to wait and see because everything is happening so fast with no foreseen consequences until it happens. But it's here and it's going to happen soon.